New game Thursday. New game Thursday. New game Thursday because of no internet Monday. Let's not make no internet Monday a regular thing. Hi everybody. Hi Bob. I love that the searching for Alan quotes got us balance, which feels appropriate. Hey Badroad. Yeah, so let's talk about Monday. We were gonna start streaming Alan Wake 2 on Monday, but then around four in the afternoon, it was a known, it was a known. What was it unknown? Known? Let me get to the story. Around 4 in the afternoon, the folks who are doing construction out at our street just straight up severed our fiber line, um, and it stayed severed for a good 24 hours, which was a rough time in the Andemonium household. Um, we were two people who currently work from home, not regularly, but we're also people who are gremlins who live on the internet. So no internet at all was rough, even for just 24 hours. Although 24 hours is, we thought it was going to be worse when we initially called and we're like, "Hey, our line is just doing this little thing in the wind. Could we have somebody come out and fix it?" And they were like, "Sure, no problem. First appointment we can get out there is Thursday morning." And we were like, "Ha ha 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 ha. Can we do better than that?" Um, was not initially promising, but they did eventually get somebody out here sooner than that because it's kind of an emergency. Hey Al, but that's why we didn't stream Monday night. Which there are much worse things that could have happened. Wasn't fun, but we're back, and that's the important thing. So we're getting to stream. So we didn't get to start streaming this the day before Halloween, but we are getting to stream it on the second day. Thank you very much, Eliana Archer, for the follow. We are getting to stream it on the second day of Day of the Dead, so like it's still very seasonally appropriate. We're still within the season arc of this week, so it's good. It's very good. I've been looking forward to this game for a while. We streamed the first Alan Wake 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. Hot minute ago. Long after the first Alan Wake came out, but it's still a while ago for us, even. As well as American Nightmare, which was a fun little side story. Um, and tried to stream at least a little bit of like the DLC for Control, the AWE, which didn't go great. Although it was a great way to showcase Control's new uh, kind of accessibility and dynamic difficulty settings that they added in, which I thought were very very good. I did not like the AWE DLC for Control, only because of the difficulty spike I encountered with it. But it came partnered with very robust difficulty settings that let you essentially retool the difficulty to your needs, which I think, for me at least, counteracted it nicely. But the actual like storytelling in it was fine. It was just it punched me in the face real hard. I also didn't like the DLC for Alan Wake One for very similar reasons. Difficulty spike being what it was. Um, it also didn't. Even when I got through it, the story of it was David Lynchian enough as to be just befuddling to the point where I'm like, I walked uphill in the wet mud for this. It didn't feel worth it. Whereas the base game I thought was quite good and was worth the occasional frustration of its weird combat. But this one I've been excited for a while, because I really enjoyed the base game of Control, and I'm really excited to see what a now I think much more mature Remedy team has done uh, with with a new Alan Wake game. And from what I've been hearing from people who have played it, this one's good. I dabbled in the first like 30 minutes or so because there were some initial reports that this one was having some trouble on PC, and so far I haven't had any problems with it. So fingers crossed we won't have any issues with it. I also wanted to dive ahead because it's a new enough game that even though it has a placeholder entry on doesthedogdie.com. There's not much there yet, so I wanted to dive ahead and be like, what should we look out for in the first 90 minutes or so? So I've got some tentative content warnings, which we'll talk about in a minute. But first, let me catch up with what y'all are talking about. When my internet was out for a day because the person hooking up my new next door neighbors just disconnected mine, I finished a book in a single day for the first time in ages. It's funny you mentioned that, actually. While our net was out, I finished Gideon the Ninth and started on the Obelisk Gate. So, like, I made good use of my time, I guess, but it was definitely like, under duress. Would rather have been on the internet. It's fine. It's fine. They're good books. They're good books, Bront. Uh, my internet is fortunately usually more reliable than my power, and most outages are at the modem level. Probably just reboots or something. Yeah, that's been true too since we switched to fiber here. The internet has actually, up until this very recent thing, which was very clearly like construction based, the internet has been reliable, and power has been the bigger issue. Although now that they're redoing the lines, that also has been more reliable because we haven't had trees leaning on power lines like a couple of blocks down, which is nice. Have you read the Murderbot Diaries? No, but I keep hearing that name. It's on my ever-growing list. What I'm currently doing, I haven't talked about this on stream because it's nothing to do with video games, but for reasons that are too complicated to go into. Um, so I've been reading the Locked Tomb series, Gideon the Ninth, Hera the Ninth, the Nona the Ninth, and I think Electa the Ninth, which is maybe still coming out. And then I've also been reading the Broken Earth series with the fifth season, the Obelisk Gate, and whatever the next one is. Um, and this is the weird thing. For reasons that I will not go into because they're complicated, don't worry about it. I've decided to zipper the two series. So I read the fifth season, and then Gideon the Ninth, and now I'm reading the Obelisk Gate, and then I'm going to read Hera the Ninth, and then I'm going to read the third and finish off the Broken Earth, and then I'm going to read None of the Ninth. So I'm kind of interweaving them like I'm shuffling a deck of cards. Um, don't worry about it. So far, it's working out great. It's been very very good. But yeah, then Murderbot Diaries is on the list. The Scum Villain Self Saving System I had highly recommended to me. Magnus Archives is still on the list. I don't even remember if that's a book or a podcast series, but I've heard people babble about it significantly enough, so it's on my list. I think those are the last big ones. Oh, and then Diane Duane's Book of the Five, which I'm two books into. I want to go ahead and finish. So I've got just a bunch of things on my list, and hopefully I won't have a whole bunch of internet outages to encourage me to finish them. But Murderbot Diaries is on there, but I have not started it yet. David Lynch. David Lynchian tells me less than Souls like, unfortunately. So David Lynch, who did like the Dune movie that has Patrick Stewart in it, and also did pretty famously did Twin Peaks. So this kind of surreal detective story, thriller, but with dreamlike kind of plot, and famously refuses to explain his stuff in interviews. Frequently has been known to respond to like, "Could you tell us more about what this means in this context?" with "No," and that's his whole answer, which I kind of love. Um, but yeah, so Lynch, dreamlike and just sort of convoluted is sort of his mo, I guess. And so yeah, a lot of that kind of gets into things like Control, and especially things like Alan Wake. Um, let's see. Da-da-da-da. We know the new MBD book won't win. Murderbot Diaries won't win a Hugo because the author told him to stop giving her Hugos. Okay, I do kind of love that. That's very good. Next week, the series comes out on the 14th, and I'm being very patient and not feral. What a mood. What a mood that is. Do I need to read the first 8 Gideons to understand the ninth? No. Nope, I can't say that because it's a spoiler. Nope, it's zip. But you've accidentally made a very good joke about Gideon the ninth. Let's see. I have my modem and my router on a UPS specifically so that I can still have internet when the power goes out. This had not been working. I think once at this address, I have had power out without the internet going out as well. That's You've just given me an idea, and I might have to reconfigure that because I've got I've got a UPS that I'm not currently using. Might hook it up to that. Thank you. You've accidentally given me a wonderful good idea. All right. I may dork around with that later. None of this is related to Alan Wake, but it is wonderful discussions. And listen, I am nothing if not consistent, and even on New Game Thursday, we like to babble at the start of a stream. So here we are. But the one part of babble that I can't forget that is related to the game is the content warnings that I mentioned earlier. So look at this block of text. This game is a horror game, and it has a lot of content warnings. So let's not skimp on this. We're going to talk about this a lot tonight, especially because we're starting the game. But one of the big ones with this one, there's a lot of flashing lights and strobing sequences. We're even seeing them a little bit on just the loading screen here, just to give you a preview, I guess. Which I get, if you're going to have them right at the gate and don't surprise people with them later, I guess. So fair warning on that. Flashing lights and strobing sequences are going to be, I feel like we've had that a lot in games. Then again, I guess that's just sort of, they have those a lot in video games is sort of the mode, and I hate that, but anyway, it is going to happen in this one a lot. Alan Wake thematically also deals with light, so I guess in this one it's more understandable, but you don't get a pass for just making it into your world building. Anyway, forewarning, flashing and strobing sequences, things like that. Blood, gore, violence. This one gets gory and gutty in a way that the first one did not. So I wanted to forewarn on that. It definitely gets a lot messier than the original did. Violence specifically dealing with knife violence, gun violence, ritual violence. So we're dealing with like cult rituals and things of that nature. There is at least one sequence fairly early on in this game. I don't know if this will be a continued thing, but at least for tonight's stream, I wanted to warn there's a couple of cutscenes with very intense, up close, direct eye contact at the camera, which I know can be definitely unsettling for folks. So I wanted to fair warn on that. Jump scares. This game does not consider jump scares beneath it, which is fine. It's a thing that happened. Hey, Eliana, thank you again for the follow earlier. Similar to Sonic Frontiers, boy, that's a fun parallel. Alan Wake and Sonic Frontiers have this in common. Distorted visual and audio. Sorry, that was a weird segue. Distorted visual and audio are going to be a thing. That was true in the first one as well, with the how the Taken work. But yeah, so this distorted visual and audio is going to be a thing so I wanted to forewarn on that. Also kind of distorted reality in general. Again, with how the darkness affects things in this world. I wanted to go ahead and link to the, as I said, kind of placeholder entry on doesthedogdie.com for Alan Wake 2. The last time I checked it, it was pretty sparse, so I don't think there's much there yet, but as we continue streaming this game, hopefully it will become more filled in. I'm still waiting on getting a kind of account approval over there, so I can start adding my own stuff, but fingers crossed that more things will appear there for folks who are further in the game than I am. So yeah, want to go ahead and link it now in advance in case it helps folks in the future. All right, I think that's all the preamble. Let's get into the game. New game. Let's try normal and see how it goes. Look for a safe haven. Its healing light prevents the... Oh, right, because we get, like, in the spotlights will heal us. That's right. It's all coming back to me from the first game. It's been, like I said, a couple of years.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
That is Alan, yeah. And I think it's a different actor than it was previously.
This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Okay. This is us, huh? Alright. So, we've just crawled out of the spooky lake. So... that's probably fine. What's the over-under on this being like a real person or someone that Alan just wrote into existence? Woo.
Can you hear me?
Whoa. What's wrong with you?
Come on, Ed. We should go.
Oh, where'd he gone?
Sprint. Sprint. Hooray. Wow, it's extremely dark. I'm gonna have to turn the brightness up. Woo! Okay, it's fine. Yee! It's less fine. Uh-huh. Is that a sign that I shouldn't go this way? Don't like these noises. Woo! Oh no, that's whoop. It's fine. Probably just a trick of the light. Okay. Can we go this way? Nope. This way. Alright. Keep running away from the scary barking. Ooh. Light. Nope. Bad. Bad. Not good. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Whoop. Oh no. Okay. Alright. Hey, Katie. Welcome to a very bad time. This is fine. We just do. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Back into the woods. Ooh. It's fine. I've played a little Dead by Daylight. I know how to rope-a-dope. Oh, can't go up. Can't go up. Can't go up. Oh. Oh no. Oh, I think that's it for us.
Hemingway. Where's the rest of the stuff? I need to finish this. I'm coming.
What the fuck?
Oh, run, run, and run. Yes, run. Okay, that might be us in a second. Nice. Okay. Welcome as we set the tone. Okay, now we get the Twin Peaks opening. Good. Very good. Alright. Okay.
Hey, kiddo.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm suitably Alan awake.
How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers.
I don't want to interrupt this,
I'll
but I
let
have
you
so
get
many
back to the
theories
show.
already.
You were supposed to wait and watch with me.
This sure is a Remedy game. I mean, yeah.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell
Demon
her to
Goat.
stop brooding so much.
So, hey, Joy.
Then I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Oh, very good.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
So, nice. It's the same title cards as Control. It's cracking me up. Alright. Good. Good pause point. Brain overloading. So, the person we were who crawled out of the lake seemed to, like, recoil from light sources, which was the thing that the Taken in the first game did, because they were essentially products of darkness. At the end of the first game, spoilers for Alan Wake 1, sorry, that's going to happen a bunch, I guess, forewarning. At the end of the first game, the titular Alan Wake essentially gives himself to the lake in order to save his wife, kind of as a, well, hostage exchange, I guess you could call it. So he ends up being, like, at the bottom of the lake, writing for the lake is where we kind of last saw him. So if he wrote the dude that we were in that little prologue into existence, then that dude might essentially be a being of darkness. But what's weird is the I'm just going to call them cultists who did the stabbing and the murder had the, like, smoky edges around them and the distorted voices of the Taken in the first game. They otherwise had all the appearances of the Taken, but they didn't recoil from the light. They didn't react badly to it, and they even, like, seemed light positive, which is backwards from how the Taken used to work. So something has changed with, like, the light-dark association, which is interesting. Also, I'm pretty sure while we were being dragged to the table before the stabbing happened, I'm pretty sure the naked lake guy, whose name we don't know, said something about a cult of the word, which, if that's someone who, like, essentially worships the guy at the typewriter, aka people who, like, worship Alan, that's going to be fun. but then also, yeah, we were sacrificed in what is very clearly like a crucifixion pose. Um, Although that sacrifice was interrupted, so who knows what the rest of that ritual would look like. I'm sure we'll probably be putting that together here shortly. I have so many theories already. So yeah, damn buds, pick a better savior, right? Alan is not a good person, even as just random dudes go. But like we're 10 minutes in, and this one is already making my brain buzz. So, whew.
Before we
The way they both sipped at the same time was so clean. Yes, the double coffee sip was just mwah. I love how much they wear their influences on their sleeve for a lot of these. Remedy, and this was also very clear in Control. They're very much in love with their source material, and they're not shy about it. I expect that we'll run into the TVs with their like send up of the Twilight Zone in this one or something like it. They might even do a third, play within the play kind of thing for this one, which would be great. Cult of the Wood could have been Cult of the Wood. Actually, that would also make sense because it's forests all over the place here. Sometimes you just take the savior you have, not the one you want. That's a fair point. It's the magical lake, and he's the one at the bottom of it, so that's also very possible. So yeah, but yeah. So given the fact that this dude looks basically like an upscaled Max Payne, I'm pretty sure Sam Lake was the face actor for our buddy cop here. Don't know if that bodes well for them. Ooh, we have a map. Ooh, it just looks like a map. I don't know why I'm surprised by this. All right, so that's where we are. Witch's Hut. Well, we gotta go to the Witch's Hut. Oh, right, it's called Cauldron Lake. Right, not Caldera, Cauldron's Lake. Witchfinder Station. I need to rewatch Witchfinder General, mostly for Vincent Price. Bony-Legged Path. All of these names are phenomenal. This is the most haunted little...
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Right, he just looks like Max Payne. He's got the same haircut and everything.
Hey there, Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right.
Ooh, take a sip. Thank you.
Anderson.
Oh, one, huh?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case.
Saga.
Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Saga.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, couple out-of-towners. What
Oh, good, they got away.
doing sneaking around the woods at night?
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I could use a briefing.
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, inside.
Superb.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. It's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
I appreciate the country directions to the body. Alright, go down past where the old Circle K used to be.
Okay, so far.
And hang a left.
Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Whoop. Case board inside the... Mind Place? Not Mind Palace.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique.
Okay, alright.
To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head.
Alright.
Facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Mental technique that allows Saga to analyze clues and progress the investigation. Also, love that their name is Saga in a game that's all about a writer, but we'll get to that later, I'm sure. Okay, so we can use this and then... Got it. Okay. You're now free to move about the caseboard. Got it. Alright, we got the victims. Got the murder method. Yeesh. And killer profile. Okay.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson.
Visiting the Mind Place does not pause the game.
Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
I'm gonna forget that. Calling it now. Mind Place is legally distinct.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You
Are you
know
2 days
what
from
happens to
retiring?
Cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Oh, well, shit. They thought of that. I was like, they want me to go down to the crime scene. I'll go somewhere else. And they're like, no, you won't.
Creepy twig sculpture?
Ooh, wait. We got some. Oh, good. I can still sprint. Okay.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Just like real life. Visiting the Mind Place does not stop time. I mean, yeah, you're right. Ooh, hello. Oh, neat. Missing Doberman found on the trail. A heartfelt reunion take place this weekend. Miss Amanda Smith was reunited with her beloved dog, Coffee Bean. I love it. Does a hike a day keep depression away? No. Medicine and therapy. Bright Falls' own virtual baking champ. Chaos at Cauldron Lake. Rampage at the rental cabins. Amazing. Alright, now we can go see the body. I'm officially done faffing around for now. Starting fires is prohibited. Please do not feed the wildlife. Leave no trace. Alright, your standard camp fare. Anything over here?
Offer yourself to the bear.
Offer yourself to the bear.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
Yep. If you enjoy hiking, it might help. I mean, yeah, there's panacea, but like, ultimately,
Exposure to the outside can be a good thing.
that's true.
Also vitamin D.
I hear an Arthur. There's an Arthur. If something happens to Coffee Bean, we riot. That's why they call the site doesthedogdie.com. Hi. How's the kitten? You alright? Mirror Peak, the mighty mountain in the distance, is no other than Mirror Peak. I guess that also tracks, right? It doesn't have to be none other. It's no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all its inverted glory. Metaphor. I never met a metaphor I didn't like. Our poor partner is like, really? You're gonna stop at everything?
Fucking nature. It's too much sky.
That's your complaint? Too much sky? Like, I'm not saying that there aren't
Back in a
reasons
second.
Roger.
to be upset, but too much sky is not the thing that I would have reached for. I gotta know what's hello, hang on. Ooh, pretty. I like it. I hope that's not like a collectible that we have to shoot at later. That'll make me upset. Arthur, buddy, hi, hello. Bud, why, okay, why are you like this? Arthur. Arthur. That's my whole face. I need that.
But, sir,
But
he needs it more.
okay, we're just gonna attempt to continue on. Mortar falls. Sure hope it does. This powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. Churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and pestle. Oh!
Haunted.
So it's haunted. Quite like the one the Witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. This whole park is haunted as shit. Baba Yaga, you know?
Is that a
Is
kid's
that a...
lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox.
Eh.
Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective. He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
My dad used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Not sure where the tough get going to, but maybe you'll find it inspiring. Manuscript fragments. Alright. Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons in the mine place. We don't even have weapons yet. We were getting weapon upgrades. We'll look into that later, but neat. Alright, I'm glad we went exploring. Okay, baby, come here. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, sweetheart, come here. There you go. There. Oh, I got it. Oh, God. Okay. Nope, we're back. Sweet baby.
It's your fault for picking him up.
It's my fault for picking him up. If I left him on the ground, he'd just be crying. Okay. It's that he's got one paw hooked on the necklace. Do you want the necklace? Is that what you want? There. Why'd you need to upgrade weapons in the mine place? Yeah, they'd be more effective in the meat world. I mean, you're making good points. There you go, bud. Just rest a paw. I wonder how far away they'll let us get before we actually are, like, that far.
I'm not done here yet.
Okay. I was about to be like, how far away will they let me just continue to fuck around before it forces us to actually do the critical path? And then immediately I got an answer.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did,
Oh, stores that way.
this coffee's on me.
A phone booth? Huh. Yeah, no, I guess that makes sense. Love the, like, overgrown, completely forgotten phone booth, though. That's nice. We go, like, down to the lake, I guess?
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Good. We're back to exploring. Ooh, witch's hut. We found the witch's hut. I forgot I had a map this whole time. Here lived the Witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may haunt this place. Okay, so this is probably the one non-haunted place in the whole park, right? It's the one place they say is haunted, so it's the one place that's actually safe. Oh, good, there's rope. Can we take the rope? I want the rope. Good, good, we have the skull. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing here. This is the one safe place in the whole park. Good. So we'll come here if we get in trouble. That phone booth looks a little rusty. Oh, they used to have, like, little boxes to take cell phone calls in? That's neat. Yeah, a little privacy boost so you could just make your cell phone calls without bothering anybody. Yeah, it was a nice convenience way back in the day. It was weird. You had to put in a couple of quarters to use them every few minutes. Or if you were calling long distance for some reason. I don't know how they could tell. Public Works always the first to get defunded, am I right? That's not even a bit, that's just true. Okay, there we go. Arthur is resting his chin on my wrist, and all is right with the world. That is a quagmire. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad we're in agreement there. That seems like a bad spot to be. Ooh. Okay. We got far enough away that it's giving me, like, new, like, area, what's the word? Overlays? Lower thirds. The mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after... Let's see. There is no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape, and yet there are many mystery stories about the lake. It being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. That's a big witch. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree named Witch's Ladle. Woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Good for her. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact revenge on her behalf. Or so the legend goes.
Ooh.
Nice. Alright.
Lady's got style.
And that's this tree then. Alright. Well, I like their local cryptids. Where are we? But she did not drown the deputy. Very nice. We should get an Arthur cam so we can watch him too. Listen, half the time this camera is just an Arthur cam. I'm not even gonna lie. He's currently, like, there. But I'm sure he'll be back in main cam in no time. Alright, now then. That was there, that was there. How do I get back? So, after all of this time of horsing around, I have, of course, completely lost track of where I'm actually supposed to be. I know you're all shocked. I believe it's up this way. Good, we can mantle. That helps. He is very cute, I agree. He's just all floof. There's the witch's hut. Alright, we should probably actually proceed with the game at this point. There almost certainly is more stuff to find. I'm actually impressed at how much stuff there is to find.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Wait, okay, then that means that's away again.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
I appreciate that when we get close enough, there's a vocal call out to let us know that we're in the right vicinity.
FBI, huh? That's so cool.
Can use what to activate it? Maybe I don't have the flashlight yet, and that's a for later thing.
Just see this body, shall we?
Sorry, the plot is moving on without us. Hey, Willow. Quite a wait for a sequel. Yeah, very thematically, I think it was 13 years between Alan Wake 1 and 2. Hang on, let me... Nope, that's just gonna sit there forever. Womp womp. Go to the mine place and come back. Nope, it's still there. Ah! It's fine. Let's see. What actually is the flashlight control? Maybe we can...
You're the flashlight control.
Oh, we don't have a flat. Oh, we make it F? No, F is that. If we make it like T? There.
Now, this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table, and we didn't touch nothing. You know, procedures and...
Yep, there they are.
Thanks.
Oh, there's the heart.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Well,
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
unlocked your first key image. Place in the caseboard inside. Oh, okay. This is going to be the tutorial on how to do clues. Yeah. Oh, do we do like have to do? Okay, no. We do this.
Another body turns up
Okay.
just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Coincidence. Placing a key image on the caseboard begins a new line of investigation. Okay. Key image is placed. It will prompt a new question. Objectives revealed with the caseboard in your goals. Alright. Plop. So now, the question she asked out loud is now on our caseboard. Let's look at the gory
Inside
stuff
stab
first.
Wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Alright, so now we put the image on the question. Alright.
Heart removed from chest. Strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4
They were
murders that
interrupted.
we know about.
Clues have resolved the open question and unlocked a deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. Learn more about the victim, learn more about the killer. Okay. You are now free to move about the caseboard.
Who is our victim?
Hey,
Who
bud.
killed him?
You know stuff?
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago.
Was Nightingale from the first
I haven't heard a word
game?
about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
So you knew our victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
I think Nightingale's from Alan Wake 1.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
Alright, that tracks.
Same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here,
I bet there's more to that story.
but no happy ending.
The
Someone
cooler.
was drinking beer. They spent time here. Waiting.
Fishing rod?
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over.
Tripod.
Was it for a camera?
They videotaping this? Live streamed cult rituals. Honestly, who does live stream?
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Large amount of blood on the table. The victim
mean-
died here.
Oh.
That's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
I was like, large amount of blood on the table. Yeah, they cut the heart out. But it's like, oh, large amount of blood on the table, as in this is where the heart was cut out. That makes sense. Let's see. Multiple sets of footprints. Probably it says more about the killers. Victim is Robert Nightingale. Nightingale off the deep end.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
So then this must go here. Actually, what did these say? Or later. All right, fair enough.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers.
Oh, later is now.
Party.
Oh, got it. Okay. Premeditated or spontaneous. They had a cooler full of drinks and a camera set up. Clearly this wasn't spontaneous.
They planned for the murder to happen here.
Okay.
Time with
All right.
ready. They were waiting for him. But why?
Camera or light? That's a great question. That's a very good question.
13 years.
I think the detective would think it was a camera,
Right
but
here.
given what we know of how the Taken work, or these Taken might work, light might make more sense.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together.
Using her intuition, Saga can discover new clues by profiling people of interest. All right. Let's do the person.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Sorry, are we doing profiling or psychometry?
Is there a difference?
She just had a vision, or was visited by ghosts? That's not what profiling is traditionally.
Again, is there a difference?
Is she psychic? That's kind of my question.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's
Oh yeah, we had a.
Somebody's home.
Was it just called the clicker?
This wasn't some random...
Alan had a device in the first game.
This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Neat. And by neat, I mean horrible. Alright, so we take this back to the board. I like that we don't have to walk all the way over to the board to get that. Okay.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Do we have to go down to the lake now?
Let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Okay, well, I'll...
Oh yeah, the lake that we went to earlier when we weren't supposed to.
This one of your hunches, Anderson?
Ha!
Happened at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that
Yeah,
direction.
psychic. Awesome.
From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers.
Footprints
The
coming
job is
out of the
unfinished.
tree.
That seems
Wait, is this...
complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the witch ladle tree.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big.
And those are footprints just coming... The barefoot
You need to
footprints
get out
coming right
more.
out of it.
It is kind of creepy, though. Tracks.
Uh-huh.
Barefoot.
Uh-huh.
Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no
Please
sense.
give me the wonky page.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
So, can I... Please don't get that big anymore.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out
guess
and
he's
edited
pretentious.
with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us.
Bring me the blue
The
pages.
text is about us.
Oh, here we go.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
You're touching it with your hand. Fingerprints. These are great. These are great points. Although,
Someone's been watching
given the state it was in, honestly, it might have already been
Game with a...
largely compromised.
You're
Still,
right.
worth a chance.
This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
There literally aren't any trees in
Treasure
Europe big
profile
enough to
Nightingale
properly
about
restore
this
some
page.
parts of Notre Dame Cathedral. Right, I remember hearing about that. Okay, so between the footprints and Alan's page.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Anything else here? The page. Okay, so we're missing something. Got it, we gotta profile some more. The page. Profile the
Found
page.
a page in the woods.
Can we profile Alan through
Story
the
about
page?
these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
They weren't trying to get his heart, they were trying to actually, like, use him as an
Found all I can.
inventory system?
Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Need to get the body back to town for examination. Okay. You got it.
I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Why is the creepy voice helping us? I think the creepy voice is Nightingale. It's the same shape. And if the creepy voice was Nightingale, or the essence of Nightingale as sent by Alan, then...
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. Said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to
No,
you.
Control was a different game.
Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I gotta remind myself where the... Okay, it was this way.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem.
Deerfest!
Myself.
Yes! I
Oh,
forgot
and
about
Jennifer
Deerfest!
called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Deer Diner in town. Oh, and
Oh,
I've got
diner,
a key
of course.
to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Oh, is this the gate that we found earlier? Fantastic.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
That's here. It's the key. Ah, it's a shortcut. You know, just like in the game that invented shortcuts.
Murders aside.
Hitman.
Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Sorry. Somehow I have cat hair on my nose. Don't know how that happened. Good hot cup of black coffee. Yeah, the diner is maybe one of the more overt Twin Peaks references. I'm so glad we're getting to go back to it. Ask Arthur. Maybe he knows where the cat hair came from. Arthur, any theories?
Can't fit the clues all
He's going to his mind place.
Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I love that it's actually called Shortcut Key. Alright. So I assume then we'll be coming back here. Ooh, stuff.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Rarest wildlife in the Pacific Northwest. I finally made my way to Cauldron Lake. The fence was easy to climb over. The proper gear and skills. Yada yada yada. Da 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 da. Hopefully I can catch it before it begins its journey south. Rare and elusive orange-crowned warbler. Amazing. There are strange sounds carried on the wind, however. Nothing I can recognize or explain. The sounds are getting closer. This is why trees are better than people. Amazing. Saw some drunk guy staggering around the forest earlier, acting weird. Maybe drugs? Keep my distance. Decided to change spots again, moved up the mountain a bit, found a fantastic overlook to camp at. More interested in this Alaska onion grass. Invasive, but edible, and surprisingly tasty. Something is really not right about this place. Amazing. Alright, so some random naturalist journals that have been left here, I'm sure, because everything is fine. Whee! Parking lot.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
In we go. Film the murder, cut out his heart, put the tape in its place. Profit. Wait.
I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
Nature journaling. My roommate does that. I used to do it myself. It's honestly, I like it a lot.
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town.
Hunches are admissible in court, right? Eh. You know the right judge. Oh, who are these
The
walking
diner's
spray
just up the
cans?
waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Alright, let's just have a look around before we go anywhere. I do have to go see what this is all about.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie? Don't know, don't care.
Oh, they're thermoses.
How much have you had?
Come get percolated at Coffee World.
Never enough coffee. Oh, that rich, bittersweet nectar. Get it at Coffee World. Get it where you can. Get it now.
I was going to say, where are you hanging it? But they're gonna turn it 90. I realize now. Absolutely incredible.
Oh dear.
Good afternoon. Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people
Oh, yeah.
the known victims go
It is just exactly the same diner. I love it. Ooh, does the jukebox still work? Can we play some not very royalty-free music? Hang on, what is... Don't touch is the sticky note on the standee. Oh no, jukebox is out of order. Poor old thing can only take so much of the same song being played over and over. I'm as big of a fan of Coconut as the next person, but come on, that was the thing. That's incredible. For anyone who doesn't know, one of the reasons that it took a while for there to be a remaster of the original Alan Wake was that they actually had trouble getting a license for Lime and the Coconut, which was playing on a continuous loop on the jukebox. I love it. I absolutely love it. Superb. 10 out of 10.
Down.
Is the creepy old lady in here?
You know how touchy these rural types can be.
This is where the supernatural stuff kicked off in the first game. Also, I do love a game that gives me control of when I pull out my flashlight. That not having that in the Resident Evil 2 remake was so terrifying. Because there were plenty of times where Leon would just make you wait before he would pull out the flashlight, and it was just the worst. New map? Hooray, new map.
I need a tool to get this open.
By tool, do you mean key? Or are you actually looking for, like, a big rock? Oh, do the mirrors work? Do the mirrors work? Mostly. Mirrors work mostly. We'll call that a qualified success. Hey, look, everybody. It's the start of Silent Hill 2. So we locked a door in here that we need something to open. Way, X-Men Mutant Academy. Got so much mileage out of that one soundbite. Burger. Who cooked it? Ghost Burger. The spookiest meal. Check the toilet for items. The key may be in there. You know what? Hang on. You're absolutely correct. This is a video game. Be in the locker. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Sorry. And that doesn't work. We'll start breaking pots. If there is seriously a key in one of the toilets, I will laugh. No. Damn. In the sink? Damn. Listen, it was worth a try.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That is the thickest cherry pie.
Hello, officer.
Just Saga is fine, Ed.
So, are we being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw.
That's how you do it. Am I being detained? No, out of there.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay?
Let's start with, yeah. Tell me what
So
you saw.
what did you see in the woods?
And yeah, our character here is Saga. Saga Anderson.
He was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
Why do you think it was a
What
cult?
makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree. The cult of the tree."
All right, Cult of the Wood. I think you guys were right.
Oh, and then we found the whole thing.
Footprints came out of the tree. Cult of the Wood. Got it.
That's all.
I don't even want to ask this question, but because video game, I think we have to get data. Let's do this first. Maybe we don't have to.
The cult of the tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree bag, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of
Super duper psychic. Got it.
the Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
That fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to actually ask them that. I can just fucking mind taking. So that's what we'll do. I think you found something. I say out of absolutely nowhere.
So you found something there, right? A necklace.
We did see the 2 triangle symbol.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Also, I kind of don't want the weird cultist coming after you.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh, God. Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's silly. Rose. You know me.
The creepy shit always starts in the diner.
And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
So about those Twin
She
Peaks references.
Drowned. Your daughter.
That's so weird you don't remember.
Don't like this.
Daughter.
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories.
Don't like this.
Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
Don't like this. Okay. Well.
Hello.
That's deeply unsettling. No, I don't think we're going to talk to you, actually. We're just going to leave.
Also,
I think we've talked enough for one lifetime.
Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go.
Yeah, that sounds like a much... I would much rather be at a morgue than talking to that waitress.
Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
Also could we use any other term.
Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always.
Okay, well, at least Rose actually exists. For a minute there, I was worried she was like a
She kept saying
ghost
that
or
my brother
something.
drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Oh, so this is normal. Is she... Did Apollo gift her with prophecy?
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
I appreciate in that one scene where we parked at the wrong place deliberately, walked to the diner, and have now walked to the morgue. We've established that this town is small enough that no one needs to drive anywhere to get to entirely different locations, which really establishes just how small Bright Falls
This is
is.
the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
See you around.
Did she get her soul ate by the Taken in the first game? Shit, I think you might be right, actually.
So we
I might have forgotten that Rose got, like,
shoestring budget.
taken
I guess
in the
you
first
don't
game.
have that problem though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week. But you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Can you turn some lights on? Or is that not in the budget?
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
You're a weird guy, Casey. No, it's fine. I'll just keep burning my flashlight battery. It's not like we're in an Alan Wake game and I'll need this later.
Let's take a look at outpatient.
That's right, Arthur. I feel it the same way.
I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination.
Hey, welcome back. Oh, you forgot how to drink again. 1 second. We have a wet cheek. We have a wet cheek emergency. So one of the settings as I was getting this configured for streaming and all that was a nudity toggle. Just an on-off, like, do you want to censor nudity, I think is technically what the setting is called. And I was like, that's not a setting I expected to see in this game. I imagine if I had left it at the default state, which is nudity censor off, aka nudity on, I don't imagine in the morgue they would have left the tighty whities on.
Oh, they didn't do the like spotlight trick that
They,
TV shows.
they didn't do the harsh spotlight right on the junk that TV shows do. They just left the tighty whities on, which I appreciate, so that we're not getting, you know, high detail full frontal right now, which is unnecessary. So like I like having that setting, but it's just I'm looking at that going, oh, that's clearly what they would have changed had I toggled that the other way.
What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me?
I mean, we were kind of there. We did get shot a few times before this happened, so...
Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
You tried drinking from a bowl with that much hair on your face. Fair? It's a fair point.
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy.
Wonder what killed this guy with a hole in the chest. Just because there's an obvious wound doesn't mean it was the cause of death.
The body shows signs of being submerged in water, post-mortem. It doesn't add up. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing.
They wrote on the heart?
That.
Wait, or did Alan write on the heart?
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside his chest.
Allergies. He's allergic to being stabbed. Okay, this is the new one. There we
Time
go.
to see what Nightingale's body can tell us.
I feel like that's going to be more literal in this case than most. I put them all on the thing. Ooh. Chest ripped open, something visible inside.
That's not right.
Alright, so then this is a ritual writing. Heart then goes with this. Yeah.
Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart
In-
can't have been marked before removal.
Interesting. How do killers have time? Doesn't make sense. Alright. Defensive wounds on the victim.
Yeah.
Signs of being
There's
submerged.
definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Chest trauma is clear cause of death. Okay, so it was the obvious one. Strange tattoos on skin and heart. Something was inserted into the chest cavity. Alright. Examine the chest cavity. Alright. Reminded of a scene from Carpenter's The Thing and just twitching preemptively. Also, why is no one in gloves? Because they're hard to animate, but still. He was dead the whole time. They killed him because he was a zombie. You cracked it, Bad Road.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
How did they rule out other causes of death? Great question. So many questions.
The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages.
Oh wait, is that what's his name from Quantum Break?
To this case, I have them right
Hang on, look at the camera again. It is! It's him! It's Quantum Break!
No, wait.
What? Y'all saw that, yes? Oh, you know. Now he's a zombie.
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
Not making sure the corpse is actually dead is a rookie mistake.
I'll make you pay.
That's not what that subtitle was. Okay, subtitles are way out of whack.
No weapon. The page said to get into the light.
Alright, hopefully those will catch up. Oh, stealth sections. Neat. Love those. Okay, does light heal us? Alright, where's the next light?
He
Okay,
can't
so
see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
safe havens will restore some of your health. If you leave or attack from a safe haven while in combat, it become temporarily unavailable. Okay.
Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house. Hides behind a tear.
Woo!
Wait.
vanished.
Uh-huh. What? Well, what a timely spot to end our stream for the night. End of chapter. Wow. Okay. That kicked off. Yeah, I guess we're in it now. So, we'll pick this up on Monday. Alan Wake 2 did not come to play. That escalated quickly. Yeah, exactly. It started high octane, right? And then immediately went like low key and investigative and like very chill and a little silly. And we get to play around with like Deerfest and the diner. And then it just like exponential ramp up at the very end and then end of chapter. And it's just, whoa. I like it so far. We're in for a ride. That's where we're gonna call it for tonight. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out. Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say. Sorry, that caught me off guard. Be sure to check out our full schedule at schedule.truck.community that has our full stream team. And what they're streaming on what days, at what times, with links to their respective channels, so you can check out content all week long, often multiple streams a day. Speaking of multiple streams a day, here in just a little bit, hopefully, if all is going well, and their internet is more stable than ours was earlier this week, I believe Alice is going to be playing more Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. So we'll send a raid over to twitch.tv/SquirrelLily here in just a few, as I catch my breath, I guess. Cripes. Oh, Alice is switching games this week. Thank you, Bad Road, for the heads up on that. But regardless, we'll be sending a raid over to Alice. And I will check the schedule when I catch my breath. But yeah, so hang out in the chat, and we'll send you over for more good content over there here in just a bit. Yeah, that's that on that. We'll be back with more of this 8 p.m. Eastern Monday night, and we'll see what the heck happens next, I guess. This one's going to be a ride. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful night, have a wonderful weekend, and I will hope to see you next time. Arthur, anything you want to add? He's falling asleep in my lap. Good night, everybody.